Welcome everyone to another King Dice production. You are learning craps from a professional craps dealer from Las Vegas, over 15 years experience now. And today we're going to learn come bets. So, what are come bets? Come bets are traveling bets that can be made after the point has been established. What does that mean? So, if we have a point and you make a come bet, that wager functions kind of like the pass line bet right now. Meaning, on the very next throw, a 7 or 11 is an automatic win. The 2, 3, and the 12, an automatic loser. But what happens outside of that? Basically, whatever number rolls next, your come bet will travel. So if a 5 were to roll right now, your come bet will now travel to the 5 and it's locked in. Meaning, another 5 needs to roll in order to get that back. But once your come bet has traveled, you can now make another wager on top of your come bet, which is called true odds. It's more money placed on your come bet that gets paid better than the original bet. So, our come bet has traveled to the 5, we've placed our odds, and now you can make another come bet while we're still shooting for our point. So we make another come bet. 7, 11 wins, 2, 3, 12 loses, or it travels to another number. Let's say a 6 rolls. It will travel to the 6. It is now locked into the 6, but you can now place true odds on top of the original flat. Okay? Now, if the shooter were to 7 out right now, all of the action loses. Your flat and your true odds are at risk right now and can lose on a 7. But if the shooter repeats the number, now your money gets paid and it travels down and unlocks. So let's say a 6 rolls. You get paid true odds on the top, even money on the bottom, and it now unlocks, and you can pick up your wager. And then you have the option to make another come bet if you like. Now, the only time that this changes is if the shooter now makes their point. So let's say the shooter had rolled their 8, and we're going to start over. Now we're back on our come out roll. What does this mean? This means that now all of our true odds are no longer in action. They cannot win, and they cannot lose. But your flat is always active. So if the shooter were to roll a 7 now, all of your odds on your come bets get handed back, but you lose all of the original flats. But if the shooter happens to come out on a number that you have a bet on, let's say it was this 5, you get an automatic pay on the flat, but you do not get paid on the odds. So the shooter rolls a 5, they match the bottom, you get your odds back, and now we can start over making new come bet wagers if you like. And those are come bets. If you'd like to learn how to play craps, come on down to Las Vegas to King Dice Academy.